Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so with this PNB Rock situation in LA, there's been a big conversation started in the hip hop world, right? A lot of people are talking about LA's gang culture and how it affects hip hop artists who visit the city, hip hop artists who come around the city or either try to link in with people or tap in or even check in. And a lot of those things have gained a negative connotation, especially since the death of PNB Rock last week. Now, one person who's been extremely vocal about LA gang politics and LA gang culture and how rappers should view that and actually put out warnings about this in the past is a rapper by the name of Ice-T. Now, for some of you who are really young, you probably only know Ice-T as an actor, man. You probably seen him in New Jack City. You probably seen him in other movies with Denzel Washington and big A-list stars before, and now he's like a mainstay on the Law & Order TV show, right? He's better known for his acting ability, but back in the day, he used to be tapped in. He's from Los Angeles. He was originally born in New Jersey, but he was raised in the LA Crenshaw area, right? So in the heart of it. So he comments and talks about all the things rappers should worry about. Now, recently, he's taken to social media since this whole PNB Rock thing to foot stomp on a lot of those points. And I wanted to bring that up and discuss it. Now, before we do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Ice-T a bit. Now, like I said, Ice-T, historic West Coast rapper, really put gangster rap on the map. He was one of the first people to really start spitting gangster lyrics and incorporating that into his raps, right? Trendsetter, guy who really shaped the culture, right? So all props due to him. Now, a lot of people have issue with him going online and talking about rappers getting shot or killed in LA and kind of, they feel like he's rubbing it in the way that he's putting it out there. They feel like he's contradicting himself as well because a lot of people have combated some of the viewpoints that he spewed. And let's really talk about it. Now, this first started to catch people's radar back in February during the Super Bowl weekend when Kodak Black was shot. Remember, Kodak Black got shot in LA as well, and that was recent. And Ice-T took to social media as soon as the story kicked off and dropped this post right here. And in the post, he said this. He said, Super Bowl weekend, not a threat, just a warning. Young rappers coming to LA for the Super Bowl weekend. LA has over 50,000 active gang members. Make sure you play it safe. It's the wild, wild west with a fist emoji, letting it be known that, man, LA ain't safe like that. So don't play like it's safe. Don't come out there just to party and not be on your P's and Q's and staying on point. Now, this time when he said this back in February, a lot of people took it as, okay, man, an old head just kind of commenting on what the young rappers should do. But really, this should have been a warning to most rappers out there who like visiting LA or even who live in LA like PNB Rock. Just letting them know like, it ain't sweet out there and to watch yourself, man. Make sure you stay on point. Make sure you got your security intact and make sure you keep your circle tight, man. And that would have probably prevented other things from happening. Now, this in no way do I say would have prevented what happened to PNB Rock. What happened to him is a tragedy. Horrible things, like several things combined led up to that incident. One, the social media use. I'm not blaming anyone in that because PNB Rock, according to some reports, actually put out a post himself as well. So then also his girlfriend put out a post, and then you have the neighborhood that he was in was already super sketchy. It's already ganged out, gangland, bad place to be. There's so many different gangs that surround that restaurant and are at war with each other. It's not a good place to go. We'll say that, right? Now, also, while speaking on the PNB Rock situation, let's talk about where this changed for Ice-T. So Ice-T definitely went to social media to just speak about what he sees as people making mistakes in the hip-hop culture and to actually reel in some of the people who are speaking on what's going down with PNB Rock situation or how he lost his life. Now, in this post right here, he said this first. So in this tweet, he said this. He said, people are still hitting me up about my comments about LA gang culture. If you notice, LA rappers don't wear a lot of jewelry. Me, Snoop, Cube, Dre, Game, Kendrick, the list goes on. It's not because we're broke. LA is just a dangerous place, rapper or not. Why test the streets? Now, anybody with some common sense would think, okay, that's a good approach. And when you think about it, you've never really seen Dr. Dre in a big chain, and dude is almost a billionaire for what it's worth, right? As well as some of the other names mentioned. Like Snoop, I've seen him with chains before, but nothing like you see the rappers today with. Same with Ice Cube. He did have a pendant with the West Side Connection on there for a long time. The Game is a different story. Like I said, we'll see with The Game. Like, there was a response somebody did about The Game having chains and stuff like that, which is a contradiction to what Ice-T said here. And Kendrick Lamar, that's just not his style. Him and J. Cole, they kind of dress down all the time. Like, they present themselves as artists. You know what I'm saying? They almost have that starving artist look at all times. And it's a part of their appeal. But with most of the people on this list, he's correct. But The Game has been seen in chains before. And he didn't talk about any of the new rappers from LA because they be diamond chained out, you know what I mean? So this doesn't apply for everybody is what people were saying. And it came off like he was kind of scolding the new rap community and while letting them know that LA is a dangerous place. But I mean, at this point, everybody already knows that LA is a dangerous, dangerous place to be. You know what I mean? For the size that it is, the murders per capita is through the roof, and it's on the list of the most dangerous cities every year, even though it's humongous, That shouldn't even be possible because of the size of LA, but it just is what it is, right? Now, in a response, somebody sent this to Ice-T, and I want you guys to check this out. Now, this was a response where somebody showed him a picture of The Game, and he had a chain on, right? Also, you could see Blueface. He has chains that he wears, like Blueface is draped up. You know what I'm saying? So he got so much jewelry, you would think he was from the South or something like that. So, like I said, it doesn't apply to all. But Ice-T caught wind of this response. Somebody responded to him with a picture of The Game with a chain on, and Ice-T caught wind of it. He was like, okay, man, so somebody is snapping back. Let me respond. And in his response, he said this. He said, that's on certain occasions when you're ready for whatever. I have big jewelry too, but you don't wake up every day and put it on to go down the block. As I said before, challenge the hood, somebody's going to catch that fade. And he's got a point, man. That's true. Like, if I was a rapper, I just would stay out of LA. And I know that's almost impossible for rappers to do, man, because you have a lot of the labels are in LA, a lot of the things that they like to do, a lot of houses out there, a lot of the big names in rap live out there and have property out there. So, I mean, it's almost a catch-22. And it's horrible that you'd have to tell somebody they can't enjoy their life, they can't wear their chain, all over the threat of violence or somebody trying to take their life or shoot them or something or rob them for it. But in reality, that's what it is, man. So you got to move with it. You know what I mean? You got to move around it, I should say, right? Because, man, cats out there are always going to be scoping on rappers. They've been doing this for years. Like, years, this has been the hustle. There's also rappers who have gotten their chains snatched, shot at or whatever in LA, and we never even knew about it until later when they tell their story in different interviews. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think Ice-T is hating here, or do you think this is just an elder statesman in the game, kicking game and trying to keep people safe? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this out content, and we out of here. Peace.